I think the biggest thing is just make sure we're playing the right way going to playoffs. Yeah, we've lost some games lately, but if you look at the way we're losing, we're playing strong hockey. I mean, we're giving a couple opportunities a game and running some hot goalies, but that's got to happen. If we continue to play the way we are and forecheck the way we are and close the way this team has all year, I mean, we're going to be a tough team to play, and we know we're putting a good game together. A lot of guys are out of the lineup, and guys that are coming in are playing well, so just have to keep building.
So do the wins and losses really not matter all that much down the stretch?
It all depends on how you win and lose. If you play well, if you're doing all the right things and you're playing a really good game, eventually the wins are going to come, and it's always about the process. I think when you look at really good teams and teams that have had success, that's usually their focus. It's not the outcome, it's about the process and the way that you win or lose. And I think that's what guys are focused on in here, and is if we're playing the way that we're supposed to and we're competing at a really high level and playing physical and playing tight, eventually it's going to go our way. We're going to get the bounces. Right now it seems like they haven't necessarily gone that way, but if you're out there trying to make plays to the neutral zone and turning pucks over and you're losing that way, even if you're winning that way, you can't be happy about that. So it's about the process in here.
Right along those lines, that's one thing that Paul Maurice has said, even after some losses, the game looks right.
Yeah.
I know it's fairly still early for you in the system, but taking a look at the way you guys are playing, what specifically does look right now?
Yeah, I think the way, I've learned that term since I've been here. It looks right, that's right, and it's used a lot in the room, but the way that the guys forecheck and the way this team, how tight they are on the gap, how quick we reload, how physical we play, those are all it's a playoff style game. And when you're not turning pucks over in the neutral zone, if you're not giving up odd man rushes and things like that, that's a winning brand of hockey. And I think that's kind of along the lines of what he's talking about is, guys aren't there trying to dance through the entire team and making high-risk plays at the blue line and stuff like that. And, so it's the right brand of hockey, and eventually when you do that, it goes your way.
How important is it to find some chemistry? Now you're on a different line. You're with Etu and Lundell. To find some chemistry with those guys.
That's big. I like the way we communicate. We talk a lot on the bench in the room, and they're both great players. I think we all kind of play similar. I think we found pretty good chemistry right away. I like the way that we played, and I think it's, especially when it happened early, we can continue to build on it. So, it's just the more you can communicate, the more reps you get together, usually the better you feel.
How much have you stayed in touch with Brandon Carlo, and what did Toronto get in him?
You got a scumbag? I love Brando. He's one of my best buddies on the team there, and they got an incredible teammate in the room. Great locker room guy. Great competitor. He's one of the best defensemen at killing plays. One of the best six in the league, and just a steady guy that can log a ton of minutes. He wants to win. He competes at a very high level. So they got an incredible player back there. And they got him on term too, so it's a huge pickup for that team.
Did you chirp him last game?
No, he chirped me though.
Did he?
Yeah, he came after me. I can't go there. It cut deep.
What's the significance of tonight, like when you're facing a team that you might see in the playoffs?
It's always big. When we're just close to playoffs and you don't know how it's going to shape up, we could face them in the first round. We know the type of team they are. They know what type of team we are, and we're both going to try to have our best games, and both teams are going to want to send a message of what we're going to bring if we match up in playoffs. But there's also that position in the standings right now as well that we're all chasing. So it just makes for an intense game. Anytime you play teams that you could face in the playoff this close to the end, the intensity is always raised. It's usually pretty physical and very tight games. So it should be a lot of fun to be part of.